guys, how's it going? Festive ST back again with another, I guess you call it, vlog. So I'm on the way home from hang out with friends. Well, not really hang out, but I got to see some really cool cars. But one car that I really liked that I didn't think I was gonna like, just like my Fiesta, which is pretty cool, and looks like that's like the third ambulance I've seen, so something happened. But yeah, it was a really cool car that you wouldn't think of, so I'll attach the video here. If you guys guess what it is, big thumbs up for you guys. But alright, dude, I'm not racing you. I'm not, no. If you haven't noticed, I am in Waldorf, so that's where I am. Looking forward to the season closer of all makes and models. If you guys are in Maryland, I mean, there's people from Virginia that come to it. I hope it's going to be a big one this year, just like our opener was. But if you guys want to come down, meet me, or meet anybody really, that would be awesome. That link will be down in the description. They're doing a hold up. They're doing a drive, Skyline Drive cruise before, which is in Virginia. So if you want to catch them when they're in Virginia and drive back for the season closer, you can definitely do that as well. I'm going to be there. I don't know how many other people. There's going to be a lot of people there. I'm crossing my fingers. Even though it's going to be cold, I'm hoping people are going to be there, because that would just be awesome. So I have some news about the quick throw shifter. I was probably 95% done with the install. No, 90% done with the install, and went to tighten the bolts up on the shifter down here to realize that it did not work. They did not work at all. I don't know what was wrong with it. It was like it was almost, well, obviously it's the wrong size, but there was a gap like that big. And the tighter I got, the gap did not disappear. So I didn't want to tighten the bitch down too much and mess up my whole gearbox. So I've been talking to a couple people. I've been talking to Mike, who's going to be installing the he'll be installing the turbos for me, and the price for the install, we don't know how much it's going to be. Depends on how much of a pain in the ass, depends on what I already have on it. It's just one of those things, when they get started, they know the price. Or when they look at the car, look at what I have on it, they know what I have. So that's that. But they said it'll be $1,100 to $2,500 is the ballpark, and hopefully nothing more than that. I hope not. I really hope not. Oh shit. I'm glad I checked my GPS, because I have no idea where I'm going. People probably think I'm looking like an idiot right now. So yeah. Hoping to get this build completed by next summer, but I don't know if that'll happen. one thing from them, and I'm not, okay, I shouldn't say I don't like them. They have a lot of stuff for Mustangs, which I think is really awesome, really cool. But I think the one thing I got was just cheaply made, and I know that's not on them or anything like that, so I can't bash them too much, guys. American Muscle has a shit ton of things for you. So, this isn't actually the first Mustang I've ever owned. I owned a 2013 Mustang 6-cylinder back in the day. When I say back in the day, it was probably a year and a half ago, honestly. And I bought that car as my daily car, like something I would just drive around every single day. And I can't find the good gear to talk to you guys in. Drive around, go to work, my commuter car basically. And then I started doing some modifications to it. And at the time I was a dumbass with muscle cars and shit like that. And I thought, okay, it's a 6-cylinder, it's a Mustang. 6-cylinder wasn't even going through my mind. What was going through my mind was, oh shit, this is a Mustang. Why is it so quiet? So I went on American Muscle. Like I said, they have everything in the universe that you ever need. And I got myself an electric... like I was saying, I got myself electric cutouts for it. And I took it to my mechanic. My mechanic was like, where do you want them? I was like, I want it loud as possible. Put it before the cats. And the guy's like, you know that's gonna be really loud. I was like, yeah, I know. And he was like, all right, I'll see what I can do. And then probably like 2 or 3 hours later, he calls me up and he's like, hey, if we put them before the cats, you're gonna scrape on everything because it's gonna be so low. There's no place to tuck the cutouts, tuck them up. And I was like, all right, do what you think's best. And he was like, yeah, I just don't want you scraping. I was like, you can make it work if you want, or do it how you would do it. And he was like, okay. And so it takes him all day, and he calls me and he's like, dude, the wiring for these electric cutouts are horrible. There's no wiring diagram, blah 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 blah. I was like, I just want them to work. And he's like, okay. And it was around like 5 o'clock or so, he calls me up and he's like, hey man, it's done, you can come pick it up. I think it was like 150 bucks or something like that. And I was like, okay, awesome. So it's 6 o'clock and the shop closes at 5, and I call him up and I'm still at work and I'm like, hey man, I can't make it. He's like, oh, the keys are underneath, blah 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 blah, just pay me back tomorrow. I was like, okay, awesome, I'll do that. I get the car, pay him. I get the car keys, get in the car, turn it on. Holy shit, for a V6, dude, that thing was loud and annoying AF. At first, I was grinning ear to ear. I was like, my friend was there, I was like, dude, this is awesome, this is so loud, this is so loud, this is so loud. And my friend's like, just wait until you drive it on the highway. He's like, you're gonna hate it. Sure enough, well, the whole drive back, I was just fucking turning it on, turning it off, turning it on, turning it off. And the whole way back, I was enjoying it. Then a couple weeks later, my friend wanted to look at some WRXs. Don't know why he wanted a WRX, but he wanted WRX. Okay, that's fine. Let's go look at some WRXs. So we take my Mustang. And this is probably, I spend the night at his place the night before because I don't want to have to get up early and drive to his house, pick him up, and then drive to go look at a WRX. Which is like, I think it was like 2 hours away. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go to your house tonight. We're gonna get some food, hang out. Then in the morning, we can leave bright and early and go see this WRX. So he's like, okay, awesome. So next morning, we wake up, it's probably like 6 o'clock in the morning or so. Stop at, I think it was like, it was Dunkin' Donuts we stopped at, got some breakfast. Stopped at, I don't know why, we stopped at a car auction place, public auction. Dicked around for a bit, left, went to see this WRX. Now, this WRX is, like I said, like a 2-hour drive, and my friend drove half the time in the morning because I was too tired still. And then I drove the rest of the way. Can you get your own link? Thank you. And we switched, and so I drove. And the way I treated that Mustang, because it was a 6-cylinder, I had to dog the shit out of it to get everywhere. Now, yes, it actually had shit done to it. I tuned it. It was on a stage 2 tune. Did some work under the hood, you know, all that jazz. So the whole way there on the highway, I was weaving through traffic, darting in and out traffic and all that. Probably like $100 or so. And for a 6-cylinder, that thing was fucking fast. Like that 6-cylinder would beat this Mustang with the current stage of it right now. It was fast. And it was probably an hour and a half into the trip, and I was done driving like an asshole. So I just put the cruise control on, sit back, and I still have the cutouts on. And we're driving, I'm driving, and sitting at, I think it was around 1700 RPM or so, the car was just like not a low grumble or growl like this Mustang would be at 1700, not like this. No, it was a like a high-pitched 6-cylinder. Oh god damn it, we have traffic and I have like a 30-pound clutch. This is great. Yeah, it was annoying. And my friend's like, hey dude, can you please just turn the cutouts off or make it quiet? I was like, sure. I go down and reach down for the button to make it quiet, and the button doesn't work. And I look at him, I was like, the button's broken. Great. So the whole rest of the ride there, we just sat, well, we turned the radio up, but it was just all the way there. We got out of the car, we're like, oh, thank God we're here. And the car, the WRX that we wanted to look at was at a CarMax. That'll be a whole different vlog, all the car shopping that we've all been through, and there's some good stories, there's some funny stories, there's the what the fuck stories. One of the what the fuck stories is on my YouTube page already. It's how I bought my Fiesta ST. So if you want to go check that out, be my guest. But yeah, that was the first Mustang I ever owned. I loved it. The reason why I got rid of it was I bought it for $10,000 from a dealership because I worked at the same company owned that dealership that I worked at another dealership. I worked at Porsche, and it was being sold at Land Rover. So I was like, okay, sure, let me go buy it. So I got an extremely good deal. I bought it for $10,000, and then 6 months later, I heard of this thing called Carvana. Remember, this is like a year and a half to 2 years ago, and I just learned about Carvana, so I checked them out. I was like, oh, they buy your car? I've always dicked around at like CarMax and other places like that, like what's my car's value. So I go to Carvana, type it up. I got it with 70,000 miles on it. At the time, I put 20,000 miles on, so that's 90,000. Wait, 70? Yeah, 90,000. I'm a dumbass, sorry. And so I put the mileage in, put all the information in. Aftermarket stuff? Nope. Any accidents? Nope. Smoked, you know, all that. No. Now, of course, I did have an aftermarket exhaust, and the whole thing, it was E85 tuned. It was all that good stuff. But I know putting aftermarket options on it wouldn't do anything. Just make the price lower. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I had fun with the car, so I clicked get my price. They gave me $11,500 for it. I was like, considering I put 20,000 miles on it, and I bought it for 10, and I dogged the shit out of it, and I don't think it's gonna last for into 100,000. I'm gonna fucking sell it now. Sold it. Easiest thing ever. Click yes. They came to my house. I think it was like, it was probably a week later because our schedules didn't match up. Guy looked at it, he was like, holy shit, this is really in good condition. And I was like, yeah, she was my baby. Nope. And he was like, why are you selling it? I was like, I'm thinking about getting another car. And he was like, oh, well, and you know how they try to be like, well, if you take a credit, you don't have to pay tax on it because it's a trade-in. I was like, you guys don't have what I want. He's like, what do you want? And I was like, oh, I was looking for, at the time, I was looking for a Ford Taurus show, you know, the all-wheel drive, twin-turbo Taurus. And the guy's like, oh, we can help you find that. And I was like, I'm good. I just want the cash now. And he's like, all right. And he gives me the check, and I'm like, all right. Take good care of her. And he was like, we will. And he left. And that's the story of the Mustang. So thanks guys for watching. I know this was a longer video. So I do. Why did that guy just turn his headlights off? It's middle of the night, dude. Put your headlights back on. Let's look at him. All right. Anyway. But that's the story. Make sure you guys, if you like that video, there's a douchebag with no headlights, to like, subscribe, and leave some comments about good car buying stories that I should talk about, or that you want me to tell your story in the next video or anything like that.